What's up, everybody? Chris Sticks Mather here with Sticks It to the Man Percussion, coming to you tonight with a video about kick drum pedals. Why am I going to talk about kick drum pedals? Well, because I just got a brand spanking new one that I am super excited about. We will talk about this one in a minute. Before that, I just want to talk about what makes a good standard or low-end pedal versus a high-end pedal, and its features that they do and do not have compared to this new pedal that I just got today. So this pedal I would consider to be a standard bass drum pedal. This is kind of an antique. It's about 44 years old. This comes from a 1978 Tama Rockstar that I acquired a few years back, and this is the original pedal that came with it. This is a strap-driven pedal, and like a lot of standard pedals, you have to reach under the footboard in order to clamp the pedal to your bass drum hoop. It's got a hex bolt that tightens up and loosens to attach it to the drum because the original wing nut style bolt was lost or broken. I'm not sure which. I don't remember. But anyway, as far as the spring tension is concerned, like a lot of standard pedals, it takes two hands to adjust it. You've got a nut at the top, a nut at the bottom. Usually there's a lock washer that's above that bottom nut. You loosen up the top one, you press down on the spring, and then you tighten up the bottom one to adjust and make your spring tension tighter. The only other adjustment that this pedal has is that there are two tension rods here that you can loosen up to raise or lower your beater. That's about it. That's about all there is to it. It's been a good pedal. I've had it for quite a while now. I still use it almost every day with the original kit that it came with. And it's gotten me through a lot of gigs, so it's not a terrible pedal. There's just not a lot to it. The other one I have here, this would be kind of a next level, I guess. This is a PDP PD402 double kick pedal. I don't use the double kick very often. I just don't really have any need for it. The type of music that I've always played, I am able to play just fine with just the single pedal. So most of the time I just use this as a single pedal. Every once in a while I do hook up the double and use it, but not really all that often. This is a single chain driven pedal. Again, spring tension, you got a nut at the top, nut at the bottom, and there's a lock washer. You loosen up the top, you press down, tighten up the bottom, just like the other one. The problem that I have with these is that I can't tell you how many times I've been playing and that bottom nut loosens up and falls off in the middle of a song, and then your pedal is just dead. There's nothing you can do about it without removing it from the drum, putting everything back together, and it's just kind of a pain. One cool thing about this pedal versus the first one is that there is a tension rod on the side here. You can put your drum key on and that will loosen and tighten the clamp. So that's kind of nice. You can actually do it without removing it from the drum, which is a little bit easier than the old-fashioned way, reaching underneath the foot pedal. Other than that, that's about it. It does have the two tension rods here where, again, you can lower or raise your beater, and that's about all there is to that one. So, the new pedal. I just picked this up today. I've had my eye on this for a couple of years now, about 4 years actually, 3.5, 4 years when it first came out in 2019. This is the Yamaha FP9C. So we'll go ahead and we'll pull that out. It also comes with some literature here and something that drummers cannot have enough of, a good old-fashioned drum key, which will come in handy because this thing has so many different adjustments that can be done to it. Any drummer out there can make this pedal set up for anybody that, you know, the pickiest drummer out there, you know, can set this thing up however they is most comfortable for them. So there's a pocket on the inside of the case here with your beater. So actually, why don't we just go ahead and pop that on. And we'll tighten that, snug that up. Also, it does come with a strap if you want to make it a strap-driven pedal, which I will not be using, but if you wanted to, it comes with one, which is pretty cool. And then there's also two counterweights. There is a 9 gram and a 3 gram. I think I'm going to go ahead and add the 9 gram because I do prefer a little extra throw to my beater. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that on, and the way that you do that is there's a little rubber grommet, or I'm not sure what you even call it, but it's spring loaded. You just pull that down, you take your sort of horseshoe shaped weight, you slip it on, and then you just slide that back up, and that's all there is to it. Very simple. You can do it while it's attached to the drum if you want to. Pretty awesome. This is a double chain driven pedal. Like I said, it came out in 2019. I first saw one in Guitar Center. I went there and they had a set up with this pedal, and I played it, and it was just the smoothest pedal I think I've ever played. And I just loved it, and I've been wanting one for a long time, and finally got one today. So, talking about adjustments that this thing has, it can be set up for any drummer out there, however you like to have your pedal. First things first, there is a tension rod at the top here. If you loosen that up, it has a 3-position adjustment on the cam here. So you can kind of lengthen or shorten up your chain drive here. So push it all the way forward, kind of shortens up the length of your chain a little bit. If you pull it all the way to the back, then it lengthens it. I think I'm going to go kind of right in the slot number 2, I guess we'll call it, and we'll tighten that back up. So if we come down to the front of the pedal, or I guess it'd be the back side depending on which way you're looking at it, there's a tension rod here. If we loosen that up, then we can adjust the height of the foot plate. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring that up and go ahead and tighten that back down. And then just next to that one, if we loosen that up, then you can adjust your beater angle, which is pretty awesome. And we're going to go ahead and bring it to about there, and we'll tighten that up. The awesome thing is that all these adjustments can be done while it is attached to the drum, which is super cool. One of my favorite adjustments on this new pedal. So if you notice, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's, instead of the 2 nuts that you have to use both hands in order to adjust your spring tension, you have a knob here. And every time you turn that knob about 1/4 of a turn, it has like a click, and every time that clicks, you're making an adjustment. So I'm going to go, there's a white dot at the top there that kind of tells you what position your knob is in. I'm going to go with that pointing straight down, and we're going to start there. Again, this is something that you can do while the pedal is attached to the drum. And then another cool feature, similar to my PDP pedal, except for I don't have to use the drum key, there's a knob here where you can tighten and loosen the clamp. I can literally do it with one finger here, and you can kind of see that clamp moving. It's got nice rubber plastic pads here and on the underside of the clamp to help protect the hoop. And then the last thing that I think is a really cool idea that they came up with, something that I've never seen on any other pedal that I've owned, is that your spikes that kind of help to go into the carpet or whatnot to keep your pedal from moving, they put on the back side, which I think is a really awesome idea, because one thing that I've noticed, and I actually, on my PDP pedal, so it clamps to the hoop, so it's not really going to move as far as when it's attached to the drum. But the back side kind of fishtails. So what I did on this one is I actually put a little piece of Velcro there to attach to the carpet, so that way the back side of the pedal doesn't move. Well, they thought of a really awesome way to eliminate that problem by putting the spikes on the back side. So that way the spikes are going into the carpet back here, which keeps the pedal from moving there. So all in all, this pedal is very well built. It's got ball bearings in the shaft up at the top on each side here. It's got ball bearings here where your foot plate attaches to the heel plate. And this thing is just, it's made by a company who makes ATV and motorcycle parts. This thing is built to last. It'll outlive me for sure. I've wanted this thing for a long time. I finally got one today, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So I'm gonna hook it up to the kit, and I'm gonna take it for a ride. This thing is smooth as butter. I mean, I just love it. And, you know, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Like, subscribe, share with your friends if you dig it. As always, come back on Friday for Free Lesson Friday. Every week I put a 5-minute lesson out there for everybody, free of charge, that anybody can watch and benefit from. You know, anywhere from beginner to advanced level, depending on, you know, what I come up with. And yeah, come back, you know, and check that out. And thanks for watching again. We'll see you in the next video. Have a good night. Take it easy.